Hello and welcome to this Bet McLean Cup Final preview with record appearance holder and Glentoran legend Colin Nixon. Nicky, thanks very much for coming along, agreeing to preview the Cup Final and have a wee look back and your experiences yourself.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much for asking me and having me.
So I suppose the place to start is big Cup Final on Sunday. You've played in plenty of these Cup Finals yourself. How important in the grand scheme of Glentoran's season is this Cup Final on Sunday?
Well, I think it's massive. Obviously, going into the Irish Cup disappointment has turned it even bigger, probably, and the fact that there's a full house at Windsor Park, which probably won't ever be seen for a League Cup final again, has made it probably twice of what it was going to be. So I think it's really, really important. And as I say, hopefully they can get the right result.
This will be, no doubt, the biggest crowd that a lot of these players, if not all these players, have ever played in front of. Do you think there'll be some nerves, or do you think that they'll relish the opportunity?
Of course there's going to be some nerves, and they probably won't realise it until they get there and the stadium packs out, and a Glentoran colour that the fans provide will be something they probably won't have ever seen before. So it'll be exciting, but they've got to channel those nerves and turn it into positives and embrace it and look forward to it.
The Cup Final, when you were playing, was a bit different because they were usually played on Tuesday, Wednesday nights. They were seen as minor competitions, and it was sort of routine for Glentoran to win the competitions. But it's been 15 years since Glentoran have won this competition. They really have to put silverware in the cabinet now. It's important. They've got the County Antrim Shield in the bag, but going out there and winning is important.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be one for minor cups. I don't think there's any minor cups when you play for Glentoran. I mean, the fans expect and they want to win trophies. They want to win every competition at Glentoran are playing in, and rightly so. So, look, I think the job St Declan has come in and the turnaround fortunes has been tremendous. And as you say, it's usually judged on silverware. So hopefully we can get another trophy, as you say, in the cabinet and push on. When
you were playing and you were winning leagues and you were winning Irish Cups, the celebrations with the supporters was something special going around the supporters clubs, the Old Park Avenue Hotel. It'll probably be like that on Sunday should Glentoran win, and that'll really give these players a feel for what it's like to play for Glentoran.
Absolutely. I mean, as I say, the whole day will give them the feel. There'll probably be supporters here to wish them off. They'll see red, green and black everywhere. Certainly when they get to Windsor Park, it'll be a different experience for them. And yes, those nights and the sort of joined supporters and players together, and we really enjoyed them, and lucky enough we had plenty of them. And when you have one, you want more, and you get a thirst for more, and yes, it'll be great for the players.
You captained Glentoran to the last time they won the League Cup, as it was then. Back in 2010, it was Alan McDonald that got Glentoran to that final, and then Scott Young took over and led the team to a penalty shootout win against Korean. What are your memories from that time?
I think I scored, but I think I couldn't have missed it, to be fair. I think it was one of those ones at the back post and I just was at the right place, right time. I think I went to penalties, did it?
Yeah.
It was a really tough game. I suppose we were expected to win. It was a big crowd. I think we played in black. It was a sunny day, and same again. You just want to win it for the boys around you and the supporters so badly. But you've really got to turn it on the day, and I think we were lucky enough that day to win penalties, which could have went either way.
Cup final routine. So obviously it's a bit different than your normal match day. What was your cup final routine like?
Well, because we played in so many, I suppose. If it was an Irish Cup final, we used to stay overnight in Park Avenue and go to the Strand cinema, and I'd get up for breakfast, just spend a lot of time together, and then if it was the midweek ones, we're probably working, to be fair. You were probably working and trying to get out of work as quick as you can and get much rest and recuperation you can, eat right and prepare yourself for it. It's probably different back then. I'm sure what it would be on Sunday. But as you say, the League Cup was during the week. It was never on a Sunday. So listen, it all adds to the spectacle, and I think it's great for Irish League football as well. But to get Glentoran back in that main stage, and the cameras will be there, and a big bumper crowd, sure, that's what we're all hoping for.
The Glens in general this season, they've been pretty impressive. They're sitting second in the league. There's now a bit of a cushion between the teams below them with all the games in hand being caught up. They've one trophy in the bag, another final on Sunday. When you compare it to last season, everyone's in great spirits. What sort of impact do you think 𝘸𝘸𝘸𝘸𝘸 has had?
Well, I know Declan well, and he's a great fella, and he has brought to the club exactly what I thought he would. He's amalgamated, pulled everyone together, and you have to take your hat off. you know, if the season even was to end now, you'd have to take the hat off to the turnaround and the job that he's done. It's been brilliant. You know, it's a club together and pushing forward. Yes, you want to win trophies. He's already won one. Hopefully win one on Sunday. He'd be really disappointed with the Irish Cup, but those days happen, and unfortunately it happened last Friday night, and to finish in Europe would be great. But the job he's done since he's come in has been phenomenal. It's been really, who could have expected in 6-7 months such a turnaround?
And a massive turnover of players too, bringing players in from over in England, bedding them into the league, bedding them into a new country and a new city. It hasn't been easy to do that, and that might explain the sort of slow start, but they certainly turned it on now.
They certainly have, and listen, it's a special club to play for, and only when you play for it do you realise that, and I think Declan has instilled that and brought that back to the club, where, you know, the players realise what a big club they're playing for and how much it means to people, not only in the local area but beyond, and they'll get a taste and a dose of that on Sunday, hopefully.
We play with Declan Devine, as you've touched on. He's came into Glentoran and he's a real motivator. You know, sometimes when I watch his interviews, I want to stick a boots on and run through a brick wall for him. Did you see him like that when he was playing for the Glens?
Yeah, he was always like that, and as I say, he's brought to the job exactly what I think those around him who knew him he would, and he's knitted everything together so well. But you've got to, you know, look at his backroom staff, Tim and Paddy and Elliot as well, and they're all doing great jobs as well and ably assisting him, so it's really good. And as I say, you know, I just urge him, take one game at a time, you know, and just focus on the game that's ahead, and this one's a cup final, it's going to be massive, and we hope we get a win.
Looking at you mentioned the backroom staff, how important do you think it is? Obviously you've got Tim there and he's got Elliot there, to have that sort of, Declan's big on it, he's big on Glentoran DNA. He's got those he's got those coaches there, but he's also got the likes of Charlie Lindsay and James Douglas, players who came up through the academy, Aaron Whiteman. How important do you think it is to have that Glentoran DNA entwined in your squad?
I think it's massive, and Tim and Elliot, like, I haven't played with them and know what the club means to them. You know, they'll instill that in all the players through Declan, and you can feel it, you can see the atmosphere has changed. It's a really good vibe about the place, and the players have done remarkably well as well, and to get themselves in a good position in the league. As I say, disappointed with the cup, but you have to let that go, and they're about to see what Glentoran are all about. If there are any doubt on Sunday when they see the size of the crowd and the atmosphere, and I wish I was playing myself.
Did you ever get nervous for cup finals?
Absolutely, I get nervous every time I walked onto the pitch, but I just channeled the nerves. I used them. I always was worried if I wasn't nervous, so I just used them and try to give me all. But as I say, it's going to be a really great occasion. Very much looking forward to it myself, and hopefully Glentoran can get the win.
And how do you see finally Sunday going?
I see it being very tight. 𝘠𝘯𝘵𝘬𝘮 obviously a few weeks ago would have said, you know, it would have been not as difficult. They've suddenly gained momentum, which is a big thing in football. But it's going to be a very, very tight affair. I see Glentoran winning, and I see it winning in just the normal time, 90 minutes.
Well, thanks very much, Nicky, for coming along and doing the preview of the Bet McLean Cup Final. There's still some tickets remaining, so make sure you go on to niflfootballleague.com/tickets and grab your ticket for Sunday. We're down to the last few hundred, and they will hopefully be snapped up over the weekend. We hope to see a great crowd. We'll see you on Sunday.